this is what I really want you to understand. Okay? Look, here's what I would present to you to consider. Ma'am, you as a human being, as a spiritual being in human form, or a spiritual being having a human experience, your purpose for being on this planet is to feel the physical expression of love because you come from love. That's your purpose. Love is not a human want. It is a human need. You literally need love. And I'm not talking about from your puppy and your mommy and your sister and your best friend. Love is a human need. Literally, babies in hospitals start dying when they're not being loved. Animals will die when they're not being loved. Love is a human need. It's a need. They have even done scientific studies that show that when you're in relation with somebody, when you're in a romantic, loving relationship, it literally changes the neural connections in your brain. They become more intricate. They go deeper. You become more creative. Like different biochemical processes in your body literally start changing that decrease the risk of dis-ease. There has been so many different studies about the benefit of romantic love. And here I am. Okay, I get it. I'm like the lone wolf out here because I know it's so popular just to bash men and say you don't need love. Just focus on your daggone self. And there is a time where you do need to go within and you do need to focus on yourself and you need to heal, but you need to heal with intention and you need to heal with purpose. But to discount love altogether, no ma'am. No ma'am. I can't even lie to you. You're missing out on a lot. You are robbing yourself of a great gift. If you knew that your great uncle Rufus, third cousin removed, left you $10 million and you didn't know that he had been dead for 10 years and you've had access to $10 million, what would you do? Would you be like, well, forget it. I don't want it. I don't need it. Or would you figure out what it takes for you to claim your inheritance? Ma'am, yes or no? Yes or no? Would you figure it out? My husband is abso-freaking-lutely amazing. When I tell you, he's amazing. My man makes my life so much easier. And I've done it both ways, honey. I have been a single woman with a blessing in the form of children. I have struggled on my own. I have been successful as a single woman. And I'm telling you, every day of the week, having my man is way better. Okay? We make money, much more money together. Having a good man to make love to feels way better. Having a man that's taking the trash out and fix things around the house, ma'am, is much better. Okay? Maybe you like to take the trash out and fix things, but no, ma'am, I do not. Okay? I have a man that whenever I want to go somewhere, he's taking me somewhere. He is my best travel partner. Let me tell you what my man did, how he made my life better. When I got discriminated against at my pharmaceutical job in corporate America back in 2020, my man said, F that job. You don't need the job. I got us. That's what a real man does. And my man said, I want you to focus on your business. He emptied out his good, strong 401k in savings, paid up our bills for a year so I wouldn't have to worry about it, and then poured the rest into my business. My man. Okay. And now I run a multi-million-dollar business that has been helping tens of thousands of women around the world because my good man believed in me. He loved me. He sacrificed for me. My man, you know what he just did? He just walked our son upstairs because I'm here with you and put him to bed and prayed with him. Okay. Had my son do his affirmations with him. He raised my family. He helped raise my kids when their father walked out on them. He's the one that stepped in and helped raise these kids so that I can be able to do the great things that I did. Even before we even got married and I got back into pharmaceutical sales, I told him I need to win. I have to be successful because this is my last shot. Can you quit your job? I asked my man before we even got married if he was willing to quit his job to help me to be successful. He quit his job in the first year. I broke records and I was successful and won awards and was able to make income that I would have never been able to accomplish without my amazing, wonderful husband. You can't have me on the man-hating train, ma'am. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. And that's the problem. Y'all are watching way too many videos about women complain about being married to their ragamuffins of a husband that they shouldn't married in the first place. They should have never married him. They knew he sucked before they said I do. They knew he was a lying, cheating so-and-so before she said I do. She knew he was a meaty back Build-A-Bear before she said, I do. However, age and time started to set in. She started feeling like her biological clock was ticking. She wanted to have that wedding. She felt pressure from her mother asking, when are you going to get married? She was tired of being alone or feeling like she was alone. And she got a man just to say she had a man. And now she's miserable. And now she's on the daggone intranet complaining about how marriage sucks, men suck, and all that. I can't join that crowd. I can't. And my clients, they all attract high quality, loving, good men, just like my love bug too. Don't believe the hype, okay? Because when you do it right and you attract the man that God has for you, that man is going to fill your soul too. And you would never let anybody talk bad about your amazing man either. So the first thing we got to do, ladies, is we got to figure out, what is it? What does it take? Wisdom, if you don't lack wisdom, or if you don't have wisdom, then it comes before a fall. So why not get wisdom? And all you're getting, get wisdom. Learn how to be able to properly attract, vet, and select the right man. Because when you do, then everything that you want in love, because that's natural, that's a natural want and desire, is going to be willing to come to you. It's going to come to you. Long distance relationships give you a false sense of security. It gives you a false sense of connection. You think that you are closer than you really are. And understand this, ladies, this has been proven by science, okay? Argue with your mama, but don't argue with me. Science says that men do not biochemically fall in love with you through text or phone calls. That's not the way men fall in love. That's the way you fall in love. They don't fall in love like that. So here you are, endlessly texting him. You telling him all your business. You wasting your time with this man, and he's texting you and many other people too. Ladies, when you're asking yourself, why do you tend to attract the same man over and over again? You are attracting a reflection of the way you feel about you. You will always attract at your lowest point of trauma. I know it doesn't sound sexy, but it's true. You will always attract. And here's the thing that I find, the smarter you are, ladies, and this is the reason why I talk a lot to very successful women, because nobody's talking to you. Nobody understands that dating is different for you, that the struggle is different, your mindset is different. The smarter you are, the more successful you are, the less likely you are to ask for help. The less likely you are to suffer in silence. How many of you guys know a woman or a friend who's doing very well for herself, but she's in an abusive relationship right now, where she's in a relationship where a man is wasting her time, or she's in a relationship with a man pulling her strings? Just like Sex in the City. We want to glamorize Sex in the City, and I like watching Sex in the City too, but Sex in the City was toxic as hell. Mr. Biggs was a Build-A-Bear. Hello? Mr. Biggs was a Build-A-Bear, and he settled. Unpopular fact. Mr. Biggs in Sex in the City settled for Carrie. He was a Build-A-Bear. He wasn't that into her. They tried to make it all sexy. Oh, she waited, even though he played her and left her at the altar and dragged her along and took her through the ringer. She didn't win a prize with him. It'd be the most sexy woman, the most beautiful women. They are less likely to ask for help, and they oftentimes lie to themselves to make their reality, to make their unhappiness bearable. He gaslit the hell out of her. Mr. Biggs did not love Carrie. You can call it whatever you want. Attachment avoidance, confident style, attachment runaway, attachment melt away, whatever it is, ma'am, you want to call it. It is dysfunctional love blocks where she didn't see her value, period. We give men these titles on why they act poorly, because trust and believe he wouldn't be attachment avoidant, resistant, dynamic if he was really into her, because his biochemistry would kick in. He would have produced the vasopressin receptors that would have made him bond to her. And when a man wants something, we all seen it. When a man really, really loves a woman, he can be jacked up. He could have been a player 2 days before he met her. And then all of a sudden, he is the most church-going choir boy, madly in love with her, ready to run through walls and give her the world when he really cares about her.